Welcome back. All right, so we're going to recap the first two games of the day. I have a board going for the Columbus-Washington game. I'm not going to be able to do the recap for that one on its own, but it's got its own board. And then the other five games occupy the third board I'll be filling out today. So definitely stressing out the markers. That being said, we're going to start things off talking about the Vancouver Canucks, the Winnipeg Jets. It was Delia versus Riddick. One of these goaltenders would finish the game, the other would not. I thought at one point in this game neither goaltender was going to finish the game. So good early back and forth. The Jets press at 2.5 minutes. Dubois has a shot that's kicked aside. The shots are 2-0 for the Jets 5.5 minutes in, and they're controlling things. And at 6:22, it is a tic-tac-toe goal. Connor gets the goal from Ehlers and Dubois. The Canucks still at this point with no shots. Canucks tie on their first shot from Mikheyev. However, Horvat was offside, so that comes off the board. There's a press by the Canucks at 7.5 minutes, but then there's a fast break, and Connor scores on it at 7:59. Stenlund and Dubois with the assists, and I put right next to that defense with a question mark because the defense was definitely questionable by the Canucks to this point in the game. There was more turnovers by them on the shift that followed that. Pressed by the Jets with 9 minutes left. Dubois denied as they're looking for more. Connor nearly gets another. Delia holds there. Pressed by the Canucks with 7 minutes left. There's a crossbar for Pettersson, and then JT Miller scores from Pettersson and Kuzmenko at 15-14. Buries the rebound there. Really good play by Pettersson to set that up. And then at 17:33, Studnicka tips one in from Shen and Joshua, and you could tell Riddick was kind of shaky. So both goaltenders had their shaky moments. Riddick would recover from it, but after one period of play, it's 2-2. Second period. At 3 minutes and 40 seconds, the first shot by the Jets goes in. It's Ehlers from Dillon and Dubois. Jets look for another as both goaltenders looked really shaky. Dermott defends a 3-on-1, but then at 5:34, after Lowry hits the post, Barron's left all alone in front. There were three Canucks around him. They just kind of watched him. Barron scores that one from Lowry and Dillon at 5:34 to make it 4-2 for the Jets. That ended the day for Delia. Martin goes in. Canucks press for an answer, and they would get it. It's Horvat who scores from Miller at 7:05. Bar down on a rush. That's goal number 29 for Bo Horvat. He's on the verge of 30 goals. Canucks then draw a power play, and they score on it. It's late in the power play, about 11 seconds left. Dries scores from Miller and Garland at 9:26. The Jets couldn't clear it. They had an opportunity. They could not clear it out. And so, like I said, late in the power play, Vancouver ties it. So you're thinking, all right, so does Riddick come out? No. And Riddick would recover. Connor nearly answers. Connor was all around the net today. Just one of the best games Kyle Connor's had all year. Canucks press with 7 minutes left. Studnicka has a net drive. That's held. And then Janssen Fjallby puts the Jets back into the lead. He scores from Gagne and Pionk at 18-17. It was fired top corner, and that was from the wing. So that's one that, I don't know. I mean, you say how many times, goalie would want that one back. But it makes it 5-4 for Winnipeg. Ehlers then has a chance to deflect it out. But again, the Jets are up 5-4 after two. Third period. Canucks press at 2 minutes. They end up getting a power play. The Jets don't let them set up. Hughes has a shot that's held shortly thereafter. And then a 3-on-2 rush. With about 15 seconds left in the power play. DeMello gets the 9th shorthanded goal against Vancouver this season. Janssen, Fjallby, and Sandberg with the assists at 5:29. That does lead the NHL. Vancouver allowing the most shorthanded goals, which takes away from their power play numbers. Absolutely, because their power play numbers are good, but then you factor in the shorthanded goals, it really pulls that down. So the Jets do finish the kill. Like I said, there was about 15 seconds left in it. Dries has a turnover chance that's blocked. The Jets rush. The Canucks get a third power play. Besser misses high. Good cycle. It was a dangerous power play, but that's killed off. And then Connor gets his 4th career hat trick. A goal from Dubois and Ehlers at 13:42. Studnicka has a fast break that's saved, but the Jets win this one 7-4. 26-13-1 is their record for Vancouver. 17-19-3 is theirs. The shots 14-10 Vancouver in the first, 12-9 Vancouver in the second, 12-8 Vancouver in the third. The final shots 38-27 for the Canucks. Power plays, Vancouver 1 for 3. Winnipeg didn't have one. Hits were 33-23 for Vancouver. Delia saves 9 out of 13. Martin saves 11 out of 14. Goaltending has been a problem for Vancouver. Riddick, 34 saves on 38 shots, recovered very well from what was a very shaky couple of periods here. and ends up having a really good second half, doesn't allow another goal. And so, yeah, Riddick deserves some credit for the win. Interestingly enough, because Martin allows that 5th goal, Martin's the one that takes the loss in this one. But there's a lot of blame to go around right now in Vancouver. So, interestingly enough, JT Miller had a really good game. He ends up with 3 points. So, there you go. Next up, Florida in against the Dallas Stars. This one, Florida had a really good first period, and then Dallas just plays like Dallas can. So it's Knight versus Ottinger, early jump for Dallas. Heiskanen has a net feed that deflects out. The shots 6 minutes in are only 2 apiece. So this game's bonkers. This game is not. That's just kind of the way it went today. Panthers get a power play. Stars didn't let him set up. Luostarinen has a net drive that deflects out. Dallas kills that penalty off. Panthers press after it ends. Reinhardt has a chance that's cleared. The Stars are pinned down at this point as well. Ottinger holds a Smith rush chance, which is good because that allows them to get in a line change finally. Glendening then had a wraparound chance that was held. Verhaeghe's denied twice, and Ottinger was definitely on a heater at this point. Once he denied Verhaeghe a couple times, I'm like, all right, Ottinger is definitely playing like the guy we know that he can. Gudas has a shot that's blocked as the Panthers press some more, and then Robertson would bury a rebound to put Dallas on the board. He scores from Pavelski and Suter at 16:45, and it was kind of against the flow of play. Florida had all these opportunities. Dallas gets one really good opportunity and ends up in the back of the net. 1:23 left. The Panthers get a power play, so that rolls over into the second period. Stars finish the kill. Barkov then has a net drive. That was saved. Hintz wasn't on the bench for Dallas, did not return to the game. Hopefully he's okay. The positive out of that was Sagan stepped into that spot and he did not drag that line down. He actually did pretty well. Delandry has a net feed. That's cleared. Both teams are flying early in this one. Really good chances for both. The shots are 4-2 for the Stars at 4.5 minutes. The Stars are also breaking up rush chances for Florida at this point. We know how dangerous Florida can be in transition. Other teams know that when they're defending against them as well. Kachuk's denied and close. We get some pushing after that. Sagan has a net drive that's saved, and then Ben flattened Mahura. Just ended him right there. Stars get a power play. Near miss for Pavelski. Good cycle. And then with 3 seconds left in the power play, Lundqvist gets the goal from Johnston and Suter at 10:03. Sagan then fires one high on a fast break. Gudas couldn't bury one. The Stars did manage to clear it out temporarily. Florida comes back in and they score. It's Verhaeghe from Montour and Kachuk at 12:35. And he catches Ottinger kind of out of, like he's cheating off the post, and he catches him there. So that's a goal scorer's goal. Then at 13:14, Lindell answers. That's from Ben and Delandry, and he absolutely wired that one. And it's one of those ones, too, where he's allowed to just kind of walk in and score. So the Stars had some momentum with that 2-goal lead. The Panthers, though, they start pressing with 4.5 minutes left. More pressure by Florida with 3 minutes left. Kachuk's denied in the final minute. So Florida finishes it out pretty well. However, 2 of the 3 goals scored in that period are for Dallas, and they're up 3-1 after 2. Third period, Panthers get a power play. That is killed off. And then on a breakaway, Robertson buries it. Miller with the assist at 4:21. That makes it 4-1. And then the Stars press for more. This is where the wind goes out of the sails for Florida. Panthers go back to the power play. Ekblad defends one wide. It's a dangerous-looking power play, but Dallas does kill that off. Lindell shot blocks after. Stars clear it out. Mahura has a turnover chance. That deflects out, so the Stars are blocking. Shots are deflecting out. It's going well for Dallas at this point. The shots are 7-2 in favor of the home team with 7.5 minutes left. Panthers press with 6.5 minutes left. Ottinger makes the necessary saves. The Stars rush the other way. The goaltender gets pulled with 4:49 left because Florida's down by 3. They've got to get those goals, which means Heiskanen lobs one from the other end of the ice, and at 15:49 hits the empty net. That makes it 5-1. The Stars would then get a power play with 1:47 left. Well, they don't need to score on it. They just need to kill the clock, which is what they do. They win this one 5-1 over Florida. They go to 24-11-6 with the win. Florida 18-19-4 with the loss. And a frustrating setback for Florida. So the shots 15-8 Florida in the first, 15-10 Dallas in the second, 11-3 Dallas in the third as Florida just didn't have it. Final shots 34-28 for Dallas. Power plays Florida 0-4, Dallas 1-2. The hits were 20-18 for Florida. Spencer Knight saves 29 out of 33. Jake Ottinger saves 27 out of 28. So really a story of 2 different teams here. Dallas fighting back and getting into the win column, And Florida, after a couple of wins, they now take another loss, and they're in deep as in terms of being able to make the playoffs. But Central Division leaders win both games. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.